Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Mr. Brother Bayan here from the GMS New Orleans camp. Here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. You Akim, you Aquat, with you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. Okay. And this lesson here is again going to be fairly quick. About to be on my way to go handle some business with the Akim, but prior to get there, just had something on my mind, on my spirit to get off, and the basis of this quick lesson is going to be to perform with wisdom. Okay, perform with wisdom. All right, the Lord has given us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and it's up for us to be able to use it, when need be. All right, everything that we should be doing, in this captivity, in this life that we're in right now, performing with wisdom should be on the forefront of your mind. All right, to make the correct decisions. All right, through the Spirit, ultimately. All right, you don't want to do anything, to cause any harm to yourself, anything to cause any harm to your family, cause any harm to the Akim, to the body. You want to walk a clean, non-mistake life, if you can, even though obviously you're going to make mistakes, but with wisdom, using wisdom is how you minimize the mistakes that you're going to make, in this walk that we're doing. Okay, but kicking it off, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 1. It says, "Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed." All right, just having that understanding alone, wisdom softens, the pain of a lot of things that's in this world, and it also it definitely brings, sorrow to certain things, once you get to understand and see how things operate. You see, how wicked people truly are that you probably once had on a high pedestal in your life, or on just in general, but again, it softens, a lot of other scenarios, to keep you grounded and keep your mind, on the right path, keep your walk on the right path, But again, it says, "Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed." All right. And, it definitely sets you apart to have this wisdom. All right. And that's, to be set apart, to be holy, which the Lord requires us. We're not supposed to be anywhere close to any of these niggas or these heathen, in this world that we live in, in this captivity. This wisdom is definitely one of the most beautiful gifts that the Lord has given us, to comfort us, through these hard times that we're going to go through. Okay. And it's definitely a tool that you have to use. All right. But still in the book of Ecclesiastes, one chapter back, this is the book, it's like Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 12. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom is." Let me read that again. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives light to them that have it." All right. So, money is definitely a defense. You could do, many things if you have money in your pocket. You can have control of a lot of things if you had a lot of money in your pocket. Money is definitely a good tool, to be able to maneuver in life. All right. You can gain control over people, you can gain control over assets, and so on and so forth, and, many other things. But it doesn't compare to wisdom. Okay. Wisdom will literally help you in every scenario if you use it properly. All right. And that's why, the Lord, explains so much about wisdom throughout the scriptures, even as his other reincarnation as King Solomon, That's that's a lot of the things that King Solomon was definitely just speaking about, was just throughout, you know, all his books is wisdom. Okay. But it's not there for no reason. All right. It's there for you to acknowledge what wisdom is and what doors wisdom can open for you, you know, through the spirit. All right. And that's why it's important to perform with it. All right. To be able to use it. All right. And you definitely got to use it before you lose it. All right. Because, you know, wisdom goes in the Greek word Sophia, you know, and wisdom is as a woman, you know, as King Solomon describes it. All right. And if Sophia doesn't want to sup with you, don't want to deal with you, you know, you're going to be ass out. All right. And you're not going to have nothing, you know, and it's ultimately just going to lead to your destruction if you don't have wisdom, you know, especially at these times that we're in, you know. But that's another lesson for another time. This was just, again, going to be something real quick, little 1-2. About to head over to the location link with the Akim, and, you know, handle the Lord's business, you know. But I pray that this quick lesson was edifying. Trying to get out of here, want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kagodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Aqua, those you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. And Shalom.